Let's welcome the representative of the Silicon generation from Bengaluru, representing Promote Linguistic Equality group on Facebook, who made Delhi quake because of their tweet-ups. Vivek.
Who am I without my language? My language is my identity. My language is my fundamental to existence. I think, therefore I am. This is the definition of consciousness. How can I think without my language? Elrikku Vanakkam. I'm Vivek, a proud Kannadiga representing Promote Linguistic Equality group from Karnataka. My talk today will be briefing on Linguistic Rights Movement 2.0. In the 21st globalized world, what's the importance of linguistic rights movement? It's been 50 years since these matters have given up their life. It's time we relook at the situation. Is it any better? Yes, definitely it is. Only at the state level, but at the national level, there's a great injustice being done to our languages. We at Promote Linguistic Equality group have taken it to the language rights movement to the social media. Why social media, you might ask? Social media is the enabler. This is the era of social media. Over the past few years, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and other few popular social networking sites have taken the world by storm. Do you need to voice out your opinion? You want a platform to showcase your injustice being meted out. Social media is the equalizer for you. That's the power of social media. It is a great platform to form public opinion and force any necessary change. How do you consume your media? How many of you watch television news channels for your news? I don't. I look to Twitter, to Facebook. These are the user-generated information. Users like you and me. I can share my opinion. You can share your opinion. I know where you are standing on an issue, and I'll get to know what you say, and you'll get to know what I'm saying. Online journalism is happening. It's happening right now. The landscape has changed. No longer Jantar Mantar is the place where we need to fight. We can fight it on Twitter. We have proved time and yet again. We have tweeted 1 lakh tweets with Stop Hindi Imposition and Stop Hindi Imperialism. New Delhi, which is thousands of kilometers away from Bangalore and Chennai, they have took notice for that. And we were covered by the so-called national media, which has nothing national in its characteristic. I would like to bring your attention to the recent revolutions that have happened in the past. The one, the Tahrir Square, the revolution, real revolution 2.0. The revolution happened in the real world, but it was coordinated in the virtual space. The Twitter and Facebook pages did make that happen. And the second, it is Euromaidan. In the Ukraine revolution, the population of Ukraine wanted Ukraine to get involved into European Union, but their president wasn't willing. They took it to the Euromaidan, the Digital Maidan. It happened. The third is our own very example, India against corruption. What happened? It was not a social media driven movement. It was a traditional media movement. And the narrative was lost. Okay, now this language rights movement, do you want to call it a revolution or a social movement? Any answers? Is it a revolution or a social movement? I think perhaps revolution is a too strong a word. Perhaps the precursors to the revolution are unemployment, poverty, inequality, and economic development. We need to leverage the power of social media to bring social change. As I said before, Stop Hindi Imposition and Stop Hindi Imperialism are the key words to go ahead. Now you might ask next question, how do you build and sustain this movement? We need to be inclusiveness. We need to be strong and have a committed and collective leadership. We need to have a culture of passionate followers like you. We need to be fierce, intense, and we need to persevere to our goal. We need to be innovative and develop creative strategies. We have change.org, an online petition which has worked in the recent past. The demography of Indian internet users have changed. 13 to 44 years age perform the 88% of the population. How do you engage with the current demography? Now the youth have lost the zeal to have linguistic consciousness. Right now, the jobs and the economic criteria are dealing more with them. How do we bring them to the linguistic equality fold? We need to bring up a strong and focused narrative. What that narrative? We need to give prominence to mother tongue-based education. We need to create a language-based economy. Only then we can actually save our languages. In the job sector, Article 16, which talks about public employment, says there should be no discrimination with respect to race, religion, caste and creed. But aren't we being denied? Aren't we being discriminated because we don't speak the language of English and Hindi? Coming to education, the current education system is totally flawed. Why study Hindi when I don't require it? We need to create a dream of truly multilingual societies. Now, social media is driving the policies. MyGov.in is right now an initiative by Modi government, but they provide you can interact only in Hindi and English. You can't deliberate policy level issues with your language. How to build a better narrative, you might ask next. The narrative would evolve over time. We can look for trends as a guidance. What happens to nation's diversity? And Narendra Modi recently said, what would happen to him if he doesn't know Hindi? I don't know Hindi. What has happened to me? And many of you don't know Hindi. What has happened to you? It is a question of dignity and self-respect. If we don't have dignity and self-respect, who are we? If you want to kill a nation, kill its language. We are nation states. We are Tamil nation. We are Kannadiga nation. If you want to preserve our nationhood, we want to build a narrative which is inclusiveness. Advanced societies know this and they follow it. They have realized the potential of this. Linguistic scholars were highly regarded there, and even in a recent past, linguistic scholars were highly regarded. Where are the linguistic scholars now? If you do BA in India right now, you must be a third grade, you must have got third class. BA has lost its sheen. We need to bring it back. We need to do research in linguistics. We need to bring that sheen back. We need to lobby with the state government to bring a language-centric economy. We need to influence market forces through social movement. And finally, we need to involve women. It's called mother tongue for a reason. Mother imparts the mother tongue, the language to the child. Only then the successive generations follows it. We need to participate, collaborate and share. I'll give you two examples from Kannada poets. One of the great poets of Kannada, Masti Venkatesh Iyengar. His mother tongue was Tamil, but he was the greatest poet we ever had in Kannada. The second poet is G.P. Rajaratnam. His Ratnana Padagalu is one of the best written in Kannada. And he was a Tamilian, but he embraced Kannada with as much he embraced Tamil. We need to bring back that the collaborativeness with Kannada and Tamil. Delhi might want to split us again, but we should not vote out of them. Thank you. Let's bring a revolution.